Hey, what's up guys? It's Dallas with SFR and Scratchuatch wheel rings. I'm back in the shop today. We just got back from an awesome trip out to Sand Hollow State Park in Utah for United by Bronco. We had an awesome time out there and ran a bunch of trails and just had a blast really beating on this thing here. And one thing that we did and a lot of people did is we scraped up our wheel rings. And we've been talking about these Scratchuatch rings for a while and all the different benefits that they have over the stock rings. Biggest ones being, they're a lot thicker. They take a lot more abuse. They protect the bolts by sinking them down in there more. They're thicker than the stock rings. And they're molded all the way through solid in one color. So that means when you scrape them up, it's not as noticeable from far away. But when you get close, you will see it. So you can tell we scraped up this one. We scraped up basically all our wheels. And I decided, it's great that, one of the other advantages, you can replace them just in segments. So like this one's all gouged up. The rest of the wheel came out okay. You can replace just the one damaged segment. But for those of you that are like us, that go wheeling a lot and bang things up every time you go out, obviously you're not going to want to be just constantly replacing these things. So I'm going to show you a quick, easy way to get these things looking almost brand new again. As you can see there, dragged it across some rocks pretty good. Got the edge kind of torn off. So we're going to clean that up and make it look nice again. So step one, nice sharp utility knife blade. We got all these little pieces of shredded plastic that have gotten pushed off the edge. Let's come along here at the blade. Anything that's kind of sticking out, and you can even kind of shave the surface. If you got some high grooves in there, just try and take it down, get all the little bits off that are already trying to come off. Now the next step here, after cutting off all the little bits, I just got a little piece of sandpaper. So you can do this by hand. That's what I'm going to do to start off with. Or I'm also going to give it a try with the DA sander, a power sander. I haven't actually tried that yet, but we'll give it a go. So I'm just going to kind of attack all these grooves here. You can see it's kind of taken off some of the dirt as well, the stuff that's really pushed into the grooves. And try and get it nice and smooth. So again, fresh, clean sandpaper. The little strip I was using there was 100 grit. This is 80, which is probably a little too aggressive, but I'm going to give it a shot here. Alright, so it was a little aggressive, but it actually seemed to work very well. So I'm pretty happy with that. Got all the major grooves out of there. Now let me show you a close-up of what this is looking like right now. So you can see, the finish is pretty rough. You can see when the light shines on it. Not the greatest looking. I'm going to give it one more quick hit with the sander. And I'll show you the last step that really ties this all in. All right, so we're almost there. One last step, and that is the heat gun. This is just a cheap paint stripper heat gun, and fire it up. I'm just going to go along, and you'll see the surface. Basically, what this is going to do is melt the very surface, smooth everything out, get all that fine grit out of there, and bring back the shine. Alright, so there it is. Like I said, it's not completely good as new, and obviously there's still a little texture in there because of that pretty aggressive 80 grit that I was using. Certainly a finer sandpaper would have given us a better finish, but you can get the idea there. Heck of a lot better than it was. And just for my own curiosity, I'm going to give this another shot with the hand paper. Sandpaper here. So this is 100 grit. Going to take the high spots off left from the DA with that heavy grit paper. I would try it again with the DA with a finer grit paper, but I just don't have any at the moment. Alright, well I think you'll agree that looks a whole lot better than it did. Alright, now we got that one segment all fixed up back on the Bronco. Obviously still got some more repairs to do on some of the other sections here. I think you'll agree that looks a whole heck of a lot better. And took about 5 minutes and just some basic tools that you can do it at home. And for those of you that go wheeling a lot and are constantly tearing up your rings like I do, this should make things a lot better for you. So head on over to stinkyfab.com or scratchuatch.com and you can get yours in all sorts of different colors to match your ride.